Hello everyone, welcome to Crafty Garden. My name is Stephanie, and today I have an announcement to make about an along. So this is going to be the Fiber Prep Summer Camp. So I'm super excited. I asked Lisa from Soulful Spinning if she would be interested in co-hosting a fiber prep along. So informally it's a prep along, but formally we're calling it the Fiber Prep Summer Camp. And the name actually came from Carrie of My Wool Mitten, who, when I talked about a potential prep along on the last on my Corriedale episode where I shared the new Corriedale fleece that I got from Carrie, she said that she would be interested in joining with us, and she suggested the name Fiber Prep Summer Camp, and I just thought that was too cute. So Lisa also likes it, so we are going with Fiber Prep Summer Camp. We're all going to camp and to prep some wools. So I'm super excited. I will be co-hosting it with Lisa, as I said, and we will have a special guest, which is Carrie from My Wool Mitten, and also her farm is Serenity Farms. So that is very exciting. We will have 3 prizes for this along. There will be one from each of us. So from myself, from Lisa, and from Carrie. So they will also be announcing it on their own channels. At least Lisa, Soulful Spinning, will be announcing it today, I think, and then Carrie will be mentioning it on her channel as well. So I think there's a lot of excitement, and there's a lot of people who are really interested in joining. So I'm getting really just so excited to start. I opened up a new thread on Ravelry for the along, so we're going to host it in my Ravelry group just because I already had one prepared, and Lisa said that she thought we should do it in my group. So it's the Crafty Garden podcast. It's just a Crafty Garden podcast on Ravelry. If you search on Ravelry, and it should pop up easily for you. I will try to link it down below, but it might be just as quick to go to Ravelry and search Crafty Garden Podcast. So the Fiber Prep Summer Camp starts today, and today is July 3rd. Tomorrow will be July 4th, or Independence Day for Americans. So happy July 4th to my fellow Americans. And tomorrow I probably won't be as active in the thread. I certainly won't be able to do that much tomorrow because I will be out at an event with my husband, but today I am going to definitely get started. So I just want to tell you what I put in my Ravelry thread, because I have some information in there that I think some people might be interested to know. So kind of like rules and guidelines and things, there's really not that much. There's just a few basic things. So I just want to let you know that it is a 2+ week camp where fleece and fiber lovers come to challenge themselves to stash bust through one or more fleeces. I said, don't worry, we won't judge you for your hoard of fleeces. We have them too. Basic information. This camp or prep along starts the 3rd of July and ends the 20th of July of this year, 2019. To take part, you must have at least one fleece that can be from a sheep, a goat, alpaca, or other fiber animal that has a shorn coat. Set yourself a challenge or a goal to achieve by the end of summer camp, and I'll talk about goals in a second. You must be nice and respectful to everyone. Everyone is welcome here. Have fun and cheer on your fellow campers. This is if you have a fleece and you want to prep it, then you are welcome to join. Can I work on a fleece that's already that I've already started on? Yes, you can. Although I think it really needs to have enough for it to really be a challenge. So if you only have a little bit left to do, then that's not really going to be a great goal or a challenge. But yeah, if you've already started washing it, maybe you've prepped a little bit of it, but you still have a lot to do, enough to get you through summer camp, then you're welcome to do that. Can you use a fleece that's already been washed? Yes, I still have to wash a lot of mine, so washing counts as prep too. Can I work on multiple fleeces? Yes, you can. If you have any more questions, let me know. There will be the 3 prizes I mentioned, one from myself, one from Lisa of Soulful Spinning, and one from Carrie from My Wool Mitten podcast. So we will each choose our own winner. Winners will not be chosen based on any specific thing, like amount of wool prepped or anything like that. It'll just be a person of our own choosing for whatever reason we choose. Not everybody will win a prize, and I think I'm very excited. It seems like there's quite a few people who are interested in joining this, and I think it's going to be wonderful just to kind of have that community of people who are interested in fleeces and to share with each other and to cheer each other on. So hopefully that is the major reason why you're coming. Recommendations for your first post. So when you come to the thread, I think you should do a few things. I think you should introduce yourself briefly. If you want to state your name, you may. If you don't, that's okay too. So for example, I might say something like, hello, my name is Stephanie. I might say I live in Vermont. I might say in the United States. You might not live in the United States. Oh, and this is summer camp, but if you do live in the Southern Hemisphere, then you're welcome to join too. I always, I don't always think about the Southern Hemisphere, but I think it doesn't matter that if it's winter where you're at, then you're just as welcome. Oh, one thing I forgot to say about prizes. I think we might all set our own rules about shipping. For example, it's very expensive to ship outside of the U.S. for me, so I tend to ask that I like to give prizes to people within the continental U.S. I can ship to Canada. It is just a little bit more pricey. I've never shipped to Mexico or I don't know. I guess we could try to work something out with paying for shipping, but I've never done anything like that, so I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And like I said, the others will have their own rules about if they will ship to people outside of the U.S. or not, because we all live in the U.S. The 3 of us do. Okay, so introduce yourself in the thread. Tell us just briefly a little bit about yourself. Show us or tell us about the fleece that you plan to work on. So, you might work on one fleece, you might work on multiple fleeces. Just tell us what it is, maybe where you got it, what your plans are for it, if you have plans. It's general information so we have a background about what you're up to. I want to add right here that I think it's really nice to have a hand-spun project page for your fleeces. Now, you're not required to do this at all, but I just want to recommend it. It's something that I do, and I think it's really nice for a couple reasons. So there are regular project pages, and then there are hand-spun project pages. And so it's just called hand-spun in your notebook in Ravelry. And you click on that and you create a hand-spun project, and it has lots of good information on fiber prep tools and ways you spun it. Did you spin it woolen or worsted, and did you count the reps per inch or grist or yards per pound? Did you spin it Z or S and all that stuff? So that's really nice to have. And you don't have to use any of that. You can use as much or as little as you want, but I like creating these project pages for a couple reasons. It makes it really easy to post photos into threads. So for example, this is my new fleece. This is from Carrie, and I just posted a video on my new fleece. This is Hilda's Corriedale fleece, and what I did was I created a page called Hilda's Corriedale fleece from my wool mitten, I think is what I called it. And then I will put all the photos of the different stages and preps or whatever I decide to do, if I comment, that kind of thing, and I can include as much or as little details about the project as I like. And then when you go to post it to a thread, you can click on the little photo button when you go to post, and then, I'm sorry if you already know this, but I think, some people might not. So you click on the little photo button, and then you should see some projects photos come up. And then if you click on a photo from that project, it will, when you post it, it will be linked to the project. So the photo might be of, my fleece, and you click on the photo and it takes you to that handspun project page where people could check out more information if they wanted. And that's just kind of nice. So I do recommend that, but it's absolutely not necessary. So back to what I was reading. Let's see. I gotta pull it back up. So a couple examples of challenges or goals that you might set for yourself. So a challenge will be different for everybody, right? We're all at different stages and different levels of experience. So do what makes sense for you, but here are a couple examples that you might choose. Prep enough wool for a sweater or a shawl or some other garment. Prep an entire fleece. This might be a really good goal if you have a smaller fleece, maybe 2-3 pounds, maybe 4 pounds. Much more than that, it's going to be really difficult to do the entire fleece unless that's what you just dedicate your life to for the next 2 weeks. But you are more than welcome. Be as ambitious as you want to be. Prep a specific weight, for example. Maybe you want just 3 pounds of wool. Maybe you want to do 4 ounces of this fleece and 4 ounces of that fleece and 4 ounces of this fleece or something, anything like that. If you have some other goal, then yeah, do what makes sense for you. Those are just some examples of something you might possibly set for yourself. So yeah, challenge yourself. Do what makes sense for you. Whatever your plan already is, if you already have a plan, you're going to make a sweater, set it to your goal to prep that fleece for your sweater. So don't be afraid to ask for help or advice. We're all here to help you. There are no stupid questions. And I think I talked about rules, right? Let's see. So I just want to go over this real quickly. Any kind of prep counts as prep, and if you want to dye your fleece or parts of your fleece, that also counts as prep. So that'd be fun if somebody wants to dye their wool, whether it's acid dye or natural dyes. That would be really fun to see. So yeah, washing, flicking, combing, carding, anything that you need to do to prepare for spinning counts. I think that's the basic information. So I am going to get this uploaded. I'm going to look forward to seeing you over there in Ravelry and joining in and introducing us and telling us about your challenge. I am going to get started on sorting and prepping some more of my Corriedale fleece for washing, and I'm going to go post my own goals and introduce myself to the thread. So I'll see you over there. I'm super excited about this. It should be really fun. All right, see you next time. Bye.